This week, we were completely surprised by not just a Hytale image, but a whole 1 minute of in-game footage with more details than I think we've ever seen before, including some sound effects we coincidentally happened to request earlier in the week. The Hypixel Studios team certainly does not disappoint, and could we Kweebecs be seeing the future here? Only time will tell. If you're not already, please consider subscribing as we're almost at 50,000, and if you haven't already heard, we've just got a join button for channel memberships. In fact, I'll be uploading exclusive content there for you guys, as well as early access to videos every month, so make sure to check out the perks of each tier down below. Welcome back to Kweebec Corner. My name is Connor, and I am very excited because today on Hytale News Updates, we break down 60 whole seconds of new Hytale footage, including unseen blocks, items and mechanics, new sound effects, and even more, released by the team just a few hours ago. This video is sponsored by ServerPro. ServerPro now offer virtual private servers that have the strength, storage, and speed to host some of your favorite games. Minecraft, Terraria, Counter-Strike, Rust, Factorio, all with one-click installers. There's even comm software like TeamSpeak. Each VPS runs on the latest version of Ubuntu and comes with a root secure shell. You can get the High 2 vCore or Ultra 4 vCore package by heading to the link in the description below and clicking the VPS tab. Back to the video. So let's jump into the footage, captioned headphones on. This week we'd like to showcase some improvements to Hytale's dynamic audio system. Listen closely as an adventurer takes shelter from the rain inside a cozy cottage. Taking place in Zone 1, the Emerald Grove, a swampy, overgrown forest biome conceals a simplistic looking wooden cottage. The building is made up of planks, fence posts, thatched straw roofing, and at the front entrance we see some kind of potted plant or tree, and a bench with some kind of black box behind it. Before we go any further, I'm going to let the full clip play in its entirety with a little bit of music behind it so that you guys can truly feel the atmospheric nature of the audio. Now, talking about the first floor, as the doors animate open, we not only hear the sound of the rain dampen and fade away, but also we get the sound of pitter-patter, raindrops against the wooden walls and straw roof. The player turns to reveal a huge stack of books, reading material, or secret magic spells, one can only guess. To the right of that is a cooking station. We've seen only one of these before. In fact, this is likely what we will use to combine ingredients and find new recipes for meals that will keep us fed on our journey through Hytale. We get a clearer view of the alchemy station, the place at which you'll be able to brew potions and concoctions of all kinds. We see test tubes feeding into a tap that fills a bottle. Between these stations is a cute wooden stool and even a crackling campfire. I notice a set of metal bars are hovering above the fire. Perhaps these are used for hanging weapons or for smelting or cooking particular materials. In the background, we see 3 different coloured dangling roots with more stacks of books and even a lantern hidden there in the background. As the player turns to take in the rest of the ground floor, we can zoom in to this small corner room to see a potted plant, fireplace against a stone brick wall, some leather carpets and leather stools, as well as another black bench. We also see a magical spellbook clearly left lying around for anyone to pick up, how foolish. A basket-textured chest sits atop a shelf, and the room is decorated with various items. An icy crystal shard, perhaps gathered from Zone 3, and a glowing plant we're all too familiar with from the Mosshorn swamps, seemingly gathered and potted for display. I can't tell if this log block on the back wall is a log or if it is in fact an item frame or picture of some kind. Either way, the whole place looks really cozy as mentioned in the post. And turning further to the right, we get a better shot of the candle chandelier from the last postcard, fit with cobwebs and all. Below that, a regular desk which seems to allow placeable objects like a wooden mug and even the skull of a creature. Turned into a candle holder? Is that a Farron? Or something else entirely? An ink and quill sit atop another desk. I'm not sure if this is a specific writing station or just a desk, but it looks cool regardless. As well, we see another cool plant, seemingly desert foliage from Zone 2. This adventurer clearly is quite the traveler. The player then moves up to the first floor, or second floor. I always get those confused, but it's the next floor. It's the one above the one that we were just on, okay? The player walks upstairs, taking the time to stop and listen to the pitter-patter of rain through the window. This is actually something that I and a few others suggested on Twitter. We even tagged Kieran, the sound designer, but apparently we can see the future because Kieran had just finished showing off this exact feature in a weekly team meeting. Amazing stuff, and great minds do think alike after all. I love that the team took the time to do this. It just immerses you so much more when you enter a building. Coming up to the top of the stairs, we see a green potion bottle settled on another pile of books. Honestly, I'm intrigued to see how all of these decorative items stack together, what the grid placement rules are for all this stuff. We constantly see different items combined together on shelves and stacked together, so it makes me wonder. As seen downstairs, another white pot holds some blue mushrooms, whoever lives here clearly being the collector and herbalist. We see a double-door wardrobe with a bottom drawer, then we see stacks of what I can only imagine is gold or stacks of coins from an opened treasure chest. Maybe these are the elusive high coins that we've all been theorizing about recently with all the free-to-play and pay-to-play videos. Either way, it's safe to say that this player has plenty of plunder plonked right by their bed pillows. Wow, that was nice alliteration. Finally, we get a last glimpse of another desk, holding this time a classic Kweebec plushie as well as a lampshade. Ooh, perhaps it's Scarrock hide. I think it's pretty self-explanatory at this point that these desks will be a craftable display shelf of sorts. With spots for 2 decorative items, then those spots may even each be stackable, allowing for things like a candle or potion to sit atop things like books. I think I can safely say no one in the Hytale community was expecting this today, and I for one love surprises, especially when they're to do with my favorite to-be-released game. This clip gives us a full look into the interior design options within Hytale, at least in Zone 1, and while this is only one layout in particular, it's big. It's a big look into what home living will feel and sound like. And considering you'll be spending a large part of your adventure in, around, and building your base, the atmosphere has to be perfect. Now, the audio obviously does not go amiss here. We hear the crackling of logs, soggy footprints in the dirt, the sounds of the door, the muffled rain dripping off the sides of the blocks, the crackling of a campfire. Every little detail is considered, and this is what makes me so excited for Hytale. The team care. And I think that wraps up the new footage we've got for today, but I can only imagine we'll be getting way more where that came from as 2021 continues. If you weren't aware, by the way, I have a Twitch account, twitch.tv/Kweebec Corner, where I've started streaming things like Minecraft snapshots and even the Continental SMP, a huge 35-player server filled with Hytale creators and fan artists organized by Swervy, Ethan, and a few others. There's a bunch of mods on there, including Harvestcraft, Create, there's mini-maps, extra mods, extra tools, all that fun stuff. And we'll be starting our journey properly right after this video, so make sure to come check it out. We're so close to hitting affiliate, and if you'd rather see highlight VODs, you can click the join button down below. Our next piece of news for today is a few in-jokes from the team on Twitter, as Noxy posts a screenshot of a slide from their weekly show and tell/studio announcements meeting, stating that meetings are becoming a little more chaotic as the team are now over 60 strong. Here we see they are planning some sort of dev team stress test on a multiplayer server. We see mention of a server menu, some sort of IP, and the inclusion that the team should stay in adventure mode, hinting that that's just one of many modes you can switch between on the go. And then there's, of course, bear traps. Apparently not confirmed for the game, we still see a huge warning for the team not to touch them or they will crash the server. Call me confused, but I'm not sure how a bear trap would cause a server to crash, unless this is code for something else, perhaps lingo for a bug or even just an in-joke. Either way, Rodan apparently ran into one. John Hendricks, design director, stating, "I think my favorite part was how after the third or so bear trap warning, Thomas Frick could be heard saying, 'Wait, someone put down bear traps?' Honestly, I'm just stoked to hear that they're testing servers more." Be sure to look out for another news video this week that I originally had planned for today that discusses a bit more about the, fiery issue we have going on in the community right now, as well as touches on some legal news from the team, so expect that on Sunday or Monday instead. If you want to get to know people around the space better, then you can join a community of over 3,000 Hytale enthusiasts such as yourself by joining the Kweebec Corner Discord server, linked down below. Continue smiling, thanks for liking, subscribing, and thank you as always for watching Kweebec Corner. Stay safe and keep free.